Hello, hello, hello. All right. Getting warmed up. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? All right. I think we're live streaming everywhere. I don't know. I hope so. I should wear a hat. I got bad hair. Da-dun-dun-dun. If anybody is here, I see that people are here. That's cool. Say hi. Say hello, 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 hello. Decan08. How you doing, Decan? Good to see you. Good to see you on Instagram there. Carlos. How you doing, Carlos? From Panama on YouTube. Willkommen. Bienvenue. Welcome. Ivan Petkov. How are you doing, Ivan? Where are you from? Where are you from, Ivan? Every morning when I get to my work, I listen to your podcast. That's so cool. Did you hear the new E Cubed podcast, Decan? Yeah, I got a new one up there. That's great. That makes me happy. That makes me very happy. Bulgaria. Wow. Bulgaria. Bulgaria is famous for what? What is Bulgaria famous for? Let me know. Dilshad, long time no see, long time no talk to. How are you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Seiji. Hello, Coach Shane from Peru, living in Idaho, potato country. What do you do in Idaho? Where are you at? Bozeman? Where are you at? Mary says hello. How you doing, Mary? Good to see you. What's the temperature where you live? Beautiful girls and roses. That's what Bulgaria is famous for. You must be very happy, Ivan. Ivan, with a name like Ivan, I'm assuming the roses are not so interesting, but the beautiful girls are. Decan, I'm from Moscow, but originally I'm from the Republic of Kalmyk? I never heard of Kalmyk. Where's Kalmyk? Cool. Hi there. Hi, Paco Jimarez. I hope my pronunciation is okay. Hadi. Hi, sir. How you doing, Hadi? Welcome, everybody. Do you guys know who I am? I'm guessing you do. You follow me, right? So my name's Coach Shane. Right there, Coach Shane. Nice to see you. Mary's a student. I was a student a long, long time ago. Married with a farmer. Oh, that's cool. So you're in a potato farmer. It's got to be a potato farmer, right? I'm guessing your husband is a potato farmer. I really like your podcast. Thank you, Jamiris. I hope my pronunciation is okay. So I got to look at two different screens. I got Instagram over here. I've got YouTube over here. What about X? Anybody on X or Facebook or any place else? Let me know. Let me know where you're watching this stream. Why am I here today? To answer your questions. If you have a question in English about English, let me know. I'll do my best to answer them. That is why I'm here. Of course, I want you to join my classes. My classes are the best. If you have a need for English, then you need me. From China, Mary, ni hao, where in China are you? Dajiao. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Give me some questions. Tell me what city or what country you're in. If you're in the US, what city? That's cool. I want to know. Idaho, everybody, is very famous for delicious potatoes. Idaho has some beautiful parks and mountains, fishing and hunting. Oh, speaking of fishing, Jack is here. What's up, guys? Hello, everyone. Hello, Shane. How you doing, Jack? Jack is in the house. Good to see you, Jack. Good to see you, Jack. This is correct. Hey, Coach Clive. Oh, my God. What an honor. Coach Clive, my brother from another mother, fellow coach. Welcome. Greetings from Puebla, Mexico. Gracias. Thank you for joining me. Kalmykia is in the south of Russia, by Ukraine, by Kazakhstan, by China. Where? Hello, Shane from Peru. Another person from Peru. Gracias. I would like to improve my English and speak like a native, struggling with pronunciation. Well, I can tell you that my perf class would be great. DDM would be great. My English camp would be great. Seriously, consider joining. If you want, everybody listen, if you want, I'll let you try my VIP lessons for free. I shouldn't say the word free. Complimentary. A DDM lesson and a perf lesson. Complimentary. We start June 1st. And I'll even give you, this is ridiculous. I'm too nice. I'll even give you 2 weeks of live classes with me and my coaches. That is so cool. But don't ask for the lessons if you're not going to study. We don't want flakes. We want serious people. No flakes are allowed. From Belarus, greatest potato. Oh, Idaho's going to argue with you, Belarus. Whose potatoes are better, Belarus or Idaho? Boy, that's a good question. I don't know. All I know is Idaho potatoes. Hello, Abasova. Hello, Coach Shane. Johan Andrea, how you doing? Lima, Peru. Cool. Azerbaijan. Excellent. By the Caspian Sea. Thank you, DCAM. Tell us something about perf and DDM. Oh, I certainly will. Yeah, I'm nice like that. Conshin. Do I know some Spanish? Poquito. Poquito. Rolling with the homies. 51 degrees. Uh e- Egypt, is that right, Hadi? I forgot. What country are you in? So DDM is a fantastic class. I just prepared June's DDM lesson. It's great. DDM allows us to learn how Americans speak, the pronunciation, the patterns, the expressions, the idioms. We study all that. We learn so much in DDM. Um, we study comedy. We study the news. We study all documentaries, everything. It's in DDM. My students have said, not one, but many students have said DDM is the last English class you'll ever need. It's that good. DDM members typically join. They don't know what to expect, but they join and then they stay for years. I've had DDM members. I've got 2 DDM members that have been with me over 20 years. Can you believe that? Their English is great, but we always study something new. It's always something new. It's with video, audio, of course. It's great. Perf is my speaking class. And to be honest, teaching speaking is almost impossible. Can't really do it because speaking is a natural thing. Speaking happens in your head and comes out your mouth. But I developed a way to teach it, and it's very effective. And we focus on 4 things. We focus on pronunciation. Pronunciation is key. If your pronunciation is no good, people can't understand you. Therefore, you shouldn't speak. Seriously. So once we fix pronunciation, then we go to sentence intonation. Now, if you're a Spanish speaker or French, then you sound like Americans. You got that up and down stress when you're speaking. But if you're like Russian or even Chinese, your language speaking tends to be more of a flat tone. So the intonation section teaches you how to fix that tone. It's easy. It's easy to do if you follow me. And then, so we got pronunciation, intonation, sentence intonation, then rhythm. Rhythm is gold. After pronunciation, to be honest, rhythm is most important. If you have good sentence rhythm, even if your pronunciation is not so good, even if your grammar is not so good, even if your vocabulary is not so good, if you have good rhythm, people will want to listen to you. People will enjoy listening to you. So it's super important. And then finally, flow. Flow is where we put everything together and make you sound as perfect as possible. So that's perfect English. That's what we do there. And then we have English camp. English camp is coming up in July, maybe August, but English camp is outstanding. I run a camp, English online camp. It's all online in China. And the idea of camp is we mix listening and speaking lessons together. We mix it up. You get both. Classes are live. So you and I, we study together. So you can ask me questions, we can talk. That's a live class. That's starting outside of China. It's starting at the end of July or maybe August. We haven't decided. But that's going to be excellent. Plus, we give you a daily speaking assignment where you speak your English, not somebody else's English, your English. And we check every assignment. We give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. We tell you what to fix. But that's the English boot camp. That's coming up later. It's outstanding. So, yeah, if you have a question, let me know. Let me know. Uh, Jessabeth Garcia. Hi, Jessabeth. I like you too. I want the DDM. I'm only 1 month in Idaho and have plenty of time to do it. Oh, you're going to love it. So what you got to do, you see my email? I hope you can read it on Instagram. Contact at letsmasterenglish.com. That's my email address. And just say in the subject line, just say free VIP. And then in the email, just say Coach Shane said I could try VIP for free and live classes for free. Just say that, and then we will get you started on June 1st. On June 1st, because that's when we start the new month. So yeah, I look forward to meeting you there. Definitely. Uh you forgot. Where do I live? I live in the US in the state of Vermont. Vermont is famous for maple syrup and mountains and the fall foliage, the fall colors, the trees. Very beautiful. It's a very nice state. That's where I live. I listen to you on Spotify while I'm working. Thank you so much, Jessabeth. That's really cool. I'm watching from 2011 Daily English Dictation. Those videos are so great. Please watch those videos. They're really, really good. Daily Dictation. Very good stuff. The best. Oh, my brother from a Brazilian mother. How you doing, Edinho? I hope my pronunciation is right. I'm doing great, Brahmin. Thank you. Belarusian potatoes are better than the potatoes from Idaho. Are you sure? We've got competition. I like competition. Let's see. Greetings from Russia, Siberia. Hey, garlic. Siberia is a place I want to visit. Vladivostok. I want to go there. Seriously. Mr. Iron is in the house. Welcome. Gladys. How you doing, Gladys? Vermont, Vermont, Vermont. All right. Yeah, like and follow, guys. Like the video. Follow me, please. I really appreciate it. Also, I have a newsletter. Do you guys get my newsletter? We give little quizzes, lots of really good information. Actually, we do 2 newsletters a week. It's really fantastic stuff. Get my newsletter, letsmasterenglish.com. There's a blue round button. Click on that. Get my newsletter. I'm serial. Where are you from? My mother, the U.S., Vermont. What kind of, my office. What kind of answer do you want? Where are you from? That's a better question. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Give me some more questions. Give me a question about anything. I don't mind questions about anything. Well, not anything, almost anything. Let me know. I'm here for you. Bum, 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 da, dum. Leandro, how you doing, Leandro? Great to see you. Great to see you. The summer and fun one. What do you mean the summer and fun one? What are you talking about, Mr. Iron? Mr. Iron, have you been drinking? What are you talking about? I just wanted to know which kind of accent you have. It's a good question. And I know for a fact I have a standard American accent. I know that's absolutely true. How do I know that? Do you know the TOEFL exam? If you want to study at an American university, you have to take the TOEFL test. And in 1998, 1999, and 2000, the TOEFL board hired me as a voice actor for the TOEFL exam before the IBT. And they hired me because I had the perfect standard American pronunciation, which is what you should learn. Now, when the IBT came, they made the TOEFL better because they mixed accents. But a long time ago, it was standard English. So that's what I speak. That's what I speak. I learned English from Shane at Iekun Ohagwan a long time ago. Konshin, what's your name? I want to know what your name is. What was the name that I called you? So yeah, I used to teach offline at actual schools in Korea. So this is cool. I love it. Give me your name. I hope I remember. I hope I remember. Do you have videos of grammar explanation? Yeah, we do. I do that more in my DDM and perf classes. To be honest, I'm not big on grammar. Um, it's when you're speaking English, it's not as important. And nowadays with AI, when you write in English, grammar is extremely important, but AI will fix your grammar. But yeah, especially in my classes, when students have questions about grammar, I explain it fully. Uh, yeah, future in the past, we call it, I think what you're referring to is historical present. I think you're referring to historical present, but I'm not exactly sure. Is the cheddar from Vermont the best cheese in the world? See, I grew up in Wisconsin, and Wisconsin thinks their cheese is best. Of course, Vermont thinks their cheese is best. Me, I don't know. I'm not such a huge cheese head, so I can't decide. I'm the wrong person to ask. Let's see here. Kim Teuk. Uh, you're not the guy that worked at Dunkin' Donuts, right? You're not him. Yeah, my standard is so my accent is so standard. Yeah. Did you come to class with 2 or 3 coworkers? I'm curious because I have an idea maybe who you are, but I'm not exactly sure. Shane is a really nice guy. We had kalbi tang together in Chongno. Oh, see, so now I'm really send me an email, send me your picture, then I'll know for sure. Oh man, I'm embarrassed. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I think I do know exactly who you are. Send me a picture anyway. Send me a picture anyway. Oh, now I'm really curious. Oh, I miss kalbi tang. Kalbi tang was good. Kalbi tang is a beef soup. Was so delicious. Coach, I saw your first dictations. They were nice. And one of them, you said you lived in Korea. No, yeah. So I lived in Korea for a long time. I left Korea in 2013, and now I'm back in America. Country Shane, thank you for asking, John. Country Shane is doing good. He's angry with me because I'm not doing the Let's Master English podcast, but don't worry, that will be coming. You also used to read and analyze news articles. Yeah, that's what we do in daily dictation, Gladys. That's exactly what we do. Georges, how you doing? Another English teacher in the house on Facebook. Thank you. You are famous in the Chinese social media now. Alex on Twitter. I'm sorry, on X. That is so cool. Great to see you, Alex. I'm not famous. I'm infamous. Harold, Coach, what do you think about non-native speaker English teaching daily expressions? Because I've seen most of them using them the wrong ways. Exactly. I would be very leery of that. Nuance is so important. So, yeah, when it comes to learning English beyond the basic level, I absolutely recommend studying with an English native. Okay. So if it's American English, me. If it's a British guy, I don't know, I swear English or something like that. But yeah, and I'm not saying, for example, if there's an English teacher in Mexico and he's Mexican and he's teaching American English and he's teaching online and he's teaching expressions, he's probably doing a great job. However, because he's not a native speaker, assuming he's not a native speaker, he might sometimes make mistakes. So always be careful of that. but for the basic level, and most people are basic level, it's fine. I wouldn't worry too much. But once you're determined to advance in your English skills, focus on the native speakers. Yeah, that's my recommendation. Definitely focus on the native speakers. Shane Hyung, are you still in touch with Sun Kim? Oh, Sun is really famous in Korea. Yeah, I know. No, I haven't talked to him, gosh, since 2009, maybe. Yeah. Sun is great. If you can talk to him, tell him I said hi. If you know how to talk to him, tell him I said hi. Please. That would be cool. You said 4 things for proper speaking. Pronunciation. I'll write it down. I don't think you can see it on Instagram, so I'll write it there too. So it's pronunciation, intonation, rhythm, and flow. Those are the 4 things. And I'll put it in the chat room. Hopefully you can see it, and I'll put it on Instagram too. Hopefully you can see that. Good. Those are the 4 things. Very, very important. What's the best way to memorize vocabulary? Great. Great question. So, are you a student or are you an adult? Because the answer is different. So, are you a student or are you done with school? That's the question. Bum, 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 bum. Hi, Rose. Hello, Rose. Yeah, we had a book club a long time ago. I haven't done the book club in a long time. Yeah, but we did have it. Uh-huh. Thank you very much, Konshin. Hi, Martin from Spain. Good. So you got to answer my question. Are you a student or are you an adult for learning vocabulary? I'm going to answer your question, but you got to let me know what you are. Serge is in the house. And I think I saw Hannah too. I think I saw Hannah on Instagram. Serge here on YouTube. A couple of rock star members of my lessons. I mean, really excellent, high quality, genius students. You have a problem memorizing new words too? What is the pronunciation of increase as a verb and noun? I'm not exactly clear on the question. To increase, to increase. We can say both. It depends on what we want to stress. If we want to stress we can. I will increase your ability. He's going to increase my ability. We can do that too. Both of them are actually possible as a verb. How much was the increase? How much was the increase? And as a noun, increase. I would stress the in. As a verb, you can go both. As a noun, stress the in. All right, the guy's not answering. Why you ask a question and then you don't answer my question? That's unfair. But I'll answer it. It depends on your level. So Serge said reading is the best way to improve your vocabulary. Okay, now you answer. Student at university. So, but it depends on your situation. So if you're a student, I'm sorry, but you have to memorize whatever your teachers and professors give you. You just have to do that. And you have to memorize your vocabulary in the context of the course. So if you're an engineer and your professor's giving you engineering books in English or terms in English, you just have to memorize it. There's nothing you can do. It's jargon, Jargon. And when it comes to jargon in your specific area, you simply have to memorize it. So the more you use it, the easier it will be to remember. As an adult, assuming you're done with school, I don't know your vocabulary level. But if you struggle with basic vocabulary, what you should do is consider everything you did today. What that means is every conversation you had today with your husband, with your wife, with your friend, with your mother, with your father, with your coworker, with your boss, at the coffee shop, at the restaurant, at the bus stop, social media. It's usually vernacular spoken language that you will use on social media, like right now. And what you should do is analyze and remember everything you said. And as you say that sentence in your language, Can you say it in English the same way? For example, I've got some coffee. Oh man, I love the sweet, salty taste of the caramel in English. Can you say that in your language or the other way around? So I'll speak Korean because that's the language I speak. Um, 와, 이 Perrier 너무 시원해. In English. Oh, this Perrier is so cool. Cool, that's not right. Hmm. 시원해. That word. How do I say that in English? Go to the dictionary, look it up, and you'll find refreshing. Yes, that's what I want. Once you find your word, refreshing, oh, this Perrier is so refreshing, then you should get a notebook. Yeah, an actual notebook, not on the computer, a notebook like this. Get a notebook and write down refreshing. And then the Korean word, 시원해. Why do this? Because it's your word. These are words that you use. So we got refreshing, 시원해, and then write 2 sentences that you would say. Oh, I love Perrier. It's so refreshing. Ooh, I need a refreshing drink. Maybe I'll buy some Perrier. Write sentences that you would say using the word that you already use in your language, but you had to check it in English. Once you have a page, which is probably going to be about 6 words or phrases, the your language definition or translation, and then English only sentences. So you got English word, your language definition, English sentence, English sentence. That's what you got. Once you get about a full page, then what you do is you take your smartphone and you record it. Video is best, audio is fine. And just read it. Refreshing. 시원해. Oh, Perrier is so good. It's so refreshing. I need a refreshing drink. Maybe I'll buy some Perrier. And you read this page, just the page. And that's it. Then, every time you go to the bathroom, when you brush your teeth, when you get in your car, when you're on the bus or the subway, whenever you have 2 minutes, listen to the audio. Listen to the audio. I would say 2 or 3 times a day. 3 is best. Morning, noon, night. After a couple of days, these words are going to be in your head and very easy to memorize. Why is it easy to memorize? Because it's your word. You say 시원해. Oh, this is 시원해. This is 시원해 for this type of drink. And now you know, oh, it's refreshing. It's refreshing. It's refreshing. It's going to be your word because it's a word that you use. This method of building your daily vocabulary is the best. It's the most powerful method. Does that make sense? Yes? No? I hope so. Teach us funny idiomatic expressions. Does a fat dog fart? Does a bear shit in the woods? Is the Pope's hat white? There's 3 for you. They all mean the same thing. I'm streaming on all my channels. Easy English Expression, Daily Dictation, and Coach Shane's ESL. Let's go over here. I'm driving and listening to you and texting. Hannah, don't do that. You're going to get a ticket. Don't, Hannah, don't. Oof. Hello, Shane. Hello, Saeed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Brandon, Coach, what does clicking one's tongue mean? That's what it means. Can you show us? Yeah. That means to click your tongue. Good questions. I like your questions. Your questions are good today. I hope you like my answers. I hope my answers are helpful. No? Not helpful? Let me know. Let me know. We got a lot of people watching right now. That's great. I'm so happy. So give me questions so I can help you, so I can answer them for you. You ask a question about anything, I might not answer. That's my pet peeve. The clicking. When I was a kid, I always did it. Active vocabulary and passive vocabulary, right? Exactly, Serge. Your words and your language that you use every day are your active words. Make sure you know how to say them in English. Exactly. Yep. Hello, Coach. I listen to your podcast every day on my way to work and when I go home from work. Your podcast is very useful for me. Thank you. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate that. Spasibo, if you're Russian. One I watched is short on Instagram. The person calls himself native, but he made a mistake using wrap it up for me instead of wrap it up for me when it comes to ask for takeaway food. Ah, yeah. I know what you mean. I follow a lot of English teachers on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter, and including teachers who are not native speakers. Two people come to mind: a guy in China, and I don't know if he's Spanish or Brazilian. I'm not sure which he is because I haven't heard him speak his native language. But they're very dynamic and wild and crazy guys. And I have a problem with a lot of what they teach. One of the guys, he teaches a lot of uh Ebonics, which is AAVE, African American Vernacular English. And there's nothing wrong with African American Black English. There's nothing wrong with Black English if you're Black, right? If you're not Black and you use Black English, that's weird. Uh, it's not necessarily wrong, but it's weird, especially if your English is not good and then you're only using Black English. That's going to sound kind of weird for most people. Um, and that's something you shouldn't do. Now, if you are a dancer or a singer or a rapper, and you're in that kind of hip hop, for example, industry, yeah, then it's much more understandable. But if you are a high school student or an engineering student or a doctor, you should not be doing that. That's actually, I would advise against it. Learning Black English for the sake of understanding it, if a Black person is using it and you want to know exactly what they say, that's great. That's perfect. But learning it to use, that's not really correct. I don't recommend that. Yeah, and I think you probably agree. Trump or Biden, insane or dead man? Yeah, boy. Should I talk about politics? Mr. Iron, ain't nothing wrong with that. Word up, my homie. Uh, my pronunciation sees no hope in getting to the native level. You, Alex. So I met Alex directly. You're fine, Alex. Quit whining. You're fine. You really are. You're doing great. Yeah, there are things that you can fix, but you refuse to join my personal classes, the Perf Personal or DDM Personal. So what can I do? Join the AMA and ask questions. All right. Uh, Fisher and Fisher, they'll sound the same. Yes, Brandon. What are you and what do you? That's a great question. That's a really good question. What are you and what do you? So here's my question, everybody. Put your answer in the chat room. What are you and what do you? Can they sound the same? Yes or no? Can they sound the same? Yes or no? I'll wait for your answers. What are you and what do you? Can they sound the same? Yes or no? There's so many people watching right now and only one person is answering. That makes me mad. Maybe everybody's driving. If you're driving, yeah, don't text and drive. And if you don't know, say IDK. IDK means I don't know. So yes or no or IDK. What are you and what do you? Can they sound the same? Yes, no, or IDK. Good. Now I got more answers. Except on Instagram, nobody's answering there. And I see you. I see you. Anyway, the answer is yes, they can. They can sound absolutely the same. What do you? What do you? What do you? What do you? You have no idea if I'm saying do or are. So what do we do? Oh, I'll give you the answer. Am I saying are or do? Are you ready? Here's the quiz. Am I saying are or do? Here we go. What do you do? Did I say are or do? Did I say are or do? No, that's not going to help, Don. It's not going to help. Mr. Iron says, I said do. Konshin, do. Serge says are. I'll say it one more time. Am I saying are or do? Here we go. What do you do? What do you do? 100% I said do. Let's do another one. You ready? Let's do another one. Am I saying do or are? Here we go. What are you eating? What are you eating? Did I say do or are? Did I say do or are? Now I see my Instagram people. I said are. How did you know? Because I said eating, ing. If I say the word are, the verb is going to have an ing. If there is no ing, then I said do. So, what do you eat? Do. What are you eating? Are. What do you? What are you? That section can sound exactly the same. The only way we know if it was do or are is the verb. Seriously, that's the only way you know. If there's no ing, what do you do? If there is an ing, what are you doing? That's the only way you know the answer. Yeah, we say both, garlic. We say both. That's exactly right. You guys are smart. You guys are smart. I regret to inform you. I regret informing you. Same thing. We say both. To inform is a infinitive phrase. Informing is a gerund. So the structure is different, but the meaning and the usage, we use them both. The structure is different. Don't worry about it. But it's a good question. Do you hungry? No. It's are you hungry, right? Can I increase my English level while listening to death metal? Not really. And not only death metal, any type of music. However, I will say this. If listening to songs, death metal or country or hip hop or 80s rock, whatever music you like, if you enjoy listening to that music with English lyrics and you enjoy studying the lyrics and singing, is it bad? Absolutely not. It's great. That's what I did when I learned Korean. I would study a lot of Korean songs, right? And I would look at the words and I would do the translation and I would sing the song. I would do that. And then when I would speak Korean, if I said something for this from the song, even though my pronunciation was perfect and I said it exactly the right way, Korean people would look at me, what? Because song lyrics are, it's poetry. It's not how we speak. So as long as you know that, but you want to study songs for the fun of it and that motivates you, that's great. Also remember, we change the pronunciation when we sing. So for example, Whitney Houston has a song, and I will always love you, and die. Do we actually say and die? No, almost never. Can we? Sure. But usually in daily English, we say, and I, and I. So you might, if you memorize the pronunciation, you might be wrong. If you memorize a phrase, you might be wrong. But if English, listening to English songs and studying them, if that motivates you to learn English, keep going. Nothing wrong with it. Just recognize that spoken English is going to be different. I've been listening to you for many years. Thank you so much. Do you know French? Pourquoi? Ça va? That's true. I live in Budapest, and Hungarians learn Spanish because they like so much Spanish yeah, exactly, exactly. That's exactly right. Hello from Brazil, teacher. Obrigado. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, listening to music is helpful anyway. I totally agree. If you like music, some people don't. What kind of people are those? What kind of people don't like music? What's wrong with you? Music's so cool. I wish I could play music. When I live stream in other countries, I can, but of course, I can't on YouTube or Instagram. No live music. That sucks. But I got my radio show, so that's cool. All right, more questions. Don't be shy. Hi, Coach. It's a pleasure to watch your live. Why do you prefer the series Seinfeld to teach us English? Great question. Seinfeld is the pinnacle of ESL study, ESL, English as a second language. Seinfeld teaches everything in English. Uh, in America, we say Seinfeld is a show about nothing, and that's true for Americans. But what that means is Seinfeld is a show about everyday things, and they use every kind of situation at the store, at work, on the phone, with the repairman, with the girlfriend, with the neighbor. It's unbelievable gold mine of English. They Seinfeld is the reason my students say DDM is the last class you'll ever need. Seriously, it's the reason. Um, it is nonstop new stuff. You learn about American thinking, of course, the pronunciation, American culture, American history, American logical, how we think. All of that stuff is in Seinfeld. It is without a doubt the best, and it's useful. It's actually useful stuff. It's there, in my opinion, there are 3 TV shows that give you useful English. Therefore, you should study them. Number 1, the easiest program is Friends. Friends sitcom. I don't care how old it is, it doesn't matter. Do you have a friend? Or did you used to have a friend? Have you had friends? Friends is simply conversations between friends about work, about life, about the future, about the past, about girlfriends and boyfriends, breaking up, happiness, sadness, birthdays, ordering coffee, whatever. It is absolutely really simple daily English every single program. It's an excellent show to start with. There's another show called Third Rock from the Sun. I don't teach it. The reason is it's very goofy. However, it does have great benefits for you. The premise of the show is aliens have come to Earth and they look like humans. And they're trying to learn about humans, everything about humans, of course, in America. So it's like you can fit into the position of the alien where you're learning all about America, American cultures, American thinking, blah, blah, blah. It's actually a good show for ESL, for English as a second language students. But the king, without a doubt, is Seinfeld. And some people say, like Serge, he likes Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is great. But Curb Your Enthusiasm is just a nastier, meaner, more adult version of Seinfeld. And it doesn't have the practicality of Seinfeld. Seinfeld is practical. It's the best. I hope that answers your question. That's a long answer. It's from Kazakhstan. Thanks a lot to your E-Cube. Thank you so much. Georgia. Oh, Georgia's got good food. I've heard about Georgian food. Yeah, Friends is great. I can understand 95 native English, but I like rap music like Tupac, but I can't get it. Yeah, that's tough. Exactly. It's poetry. And I think Tupac was from LA. Who knows? Was Tupac from LA? I think he's from LA. Since we were talking about flap T and D, do these words sound the same? Pudding and pudding? Yes. Hi, Jiang. Hello from Brazil. Obrigado. Thank you, Maiki. Hughes. Howard Hughes. Hughes. Howard Hughes is the pronunciation. Hungary is in the house. I love Hungarian goulash. My wife makes a great Hungarian goulash. Hi, my great teacher. Everybody Loves Raymond is great. I love that show. But is your mother in law, if you're a lady, is your mother in law and father in law, do they live across the street from you? Is your brother in law a giant policeman? Yeah. It's a great show. I personally love that show. And there are definitely beneficial scenes for ESL, but my recommendation, enjoy Everybody Loves Raymond. Don't really study it, just enjoy it. Like music. Don't really study it, but enjoy it. That's my recommendation. And if you want to get to that higher level, don't use subtitles. No English subtitles, no Spanish, Arabic, Russian, Chinese, Korean, anything. Not, yeah, Hughes with a Z, Howard Hughes. Yes. But I love Everybody Loves Raymond. It's a great show. Let's say I'm sick. I need to get an IV. How to say this in English naturally? I'm on an IV or I'm getting an IV. Both. Drip. Drip is more of a medical term. IV, an IV, definitely much more common. Doctors hooked me up to an IV. Yep, that's it. That's exact. You said it exactly the way I would say it, Brandon. Exactly the same way I would say it. Thanks. Oh, The Office is great too. The UK version or the American version? Yeah. So in English camp, you guys, I'm starting our boot camp in July or August. You should join. I do a scene from The Office. I'll do a scene from The King of Queens. Does anybody know The King of Queens? I love that. Yeah, I do scenes from everything. Do you have a license for a gun? I don't need a license for a gun. And yes, I have a rifle, but I don't need a license. I learned from you a lot. I've seen you since 2014. Thank you so much. I'm still here, and so are you. Although my level is B2, I am not able to watch any series without subtitles. So this is really important, everybody. If you want to get to the next level, you have to turn off the subtitles. You have to. Uh, you just simply have to. And I know it's impossible. You can't understand anything. Doesn't matter. You have to do it. You have to do it. And I know it's tough, but you have to. You really do. Or if you want guidance, join my classes. I'll help you. But if you're not going to join my classes, you got to turn off the subtitles. Otherwise, you're not going to get to the next level. You're going to stay here for a long time. And if you improve, it's going to be super slow. And sometimes you feel like you're really failing. You can't. My favorite movie ever, Die Hard. Absolutely Die Hard. It's the greatest Christmas movie in the world. Yes, it's a Christmas movie. I love Die Hard. Absolutely. Can we say both or one of them is wrong? I'm going bald. My head is, yeah, I wouldn't say my head is going, but I'm going bald. My head is going gray. My hair is going gray. My head is going gray. My hair. And I would say my hair. So I'm going bald. Good. My hair is going gray. Good. Brandon, your questions are so specific. Where are you getting your questions from? Brandon always asks very good questions, but they're so specific, weirdly specific. Are you an English teacher, Brandon? Where do you get this stuff from? Am I doing your job for you, Brandon? All right. I've been online for about almost 50 minutes. I'm hungry. It's 2:25. I have not eaten my lunch, so I need to go to lunch. Now, as I said, June 1st, we start a new month, and that means new lessons for my members. I want you to join me. I'm more than happy to let you try my VIP lessons on me. I'll give you one DDM and one perf lesson on me, and you'll get the full lesson, including live classes. Now, for June 1st through June 5th, there are no live classes, but on June 6th, live classes begin. I'll give you 2 weeks of live classes, so you have lots of chances to join our live classes. And if you don't understand how, ask us. We'll help you. Don't say, oh, I don't know how. Screw this. Now, and if you're not going to study, then don't do it. Wait until you're ready. But if you're ready, if you're curious, do it now, because June 1st, what's today? The 30th? We start in 2 days. It's an excellent opportunity to test the classes, and you don't have to pay. I'm not going to ask for any information. Just send us an email right here, contact@letsmasterenglish.com, right there. Contact@letsmasterenglish.com. Okay? In the subject line, say free VIP. In the letter, say Coach Shane said I could try VIP for free with live classes. Just say whatever you want. You can say it in your language because we got Translate, right? But I do recommend now is the time to do it. If you need English, if you're serious about studying, do it now. Astro, what do you think about Russia and Russians? I've said it many times among all my students, and I have students all around the world. Russian students, Chinese students, and Brazilian students, for some reason, I know why, improve the fastest. And the reason, thanks, Serge, the reason is, I don't know why that is, but the people from those countries who join are super serious and they really work hard. Like Serge. Serge is just leaving right now. Serge is married, has a daughter, runs his own business, is a gym nut, and applies himself to DDM and perf 110%. And he helps other people. And his English has exploded from basically nothing to superstar. So I don't care which country you're from. I've got great students in every country. But Russia, Brazil, and China do stand out. They do stand out. I got a lot of students from those countries. They're BRICS nations. Maybe they're more hungry. I don't know what it is. But so I as long as you work hard, I don't care where you're from. As long as you work hard, I love you, because that's my job. As a coach, I need to make you a champion. But if you're not going to do what I tell you to do, that's frustrating for me. But if you do what I tell you to do, and I know when you do it and when you don't. And if you do what I tell you to do, man, you're going to be so happy with your progress. And after you're good, then we can be friends. How cool is that? Seriously, though. I'm just trying to sound as natural as I can because I don't want to sound. Yeah, you're doing great, Brandon. Is it recommended to watch movies, series totally in English, even though we're not understanding? Yes. Oh, Jack, that's exactly what I recommend. That is what I recommend. I learned English 20 years ago, 10 months at an English school, but I didn't practice till I met my husband in 2019. He doesn't speak any Spanish, so I struggled with it for a while. Perfect. Good for you. Thank you, Coach Shane. By the way, I didn't get a ticket. Thank God. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Hannah. What is your opinion about learning English in the chat? Yeah, that's a great question. I love ChatGPT. I'll go live again. So please, is it Niger? I don't know how to read your name. Bring that question next time, because that's such a good question. How to use ChatGPT to study English. I have a great answer for you, so please bring it next time. I got to go. That's why I'm saying that, okay? Nowadays, I can speak, read, and watch movies without subtitles, but I still struggle with pronunciation. That is so cool. I'm so proud of you. That is great. And maybe your husband helped. Learning from your husband or wife, though, is tough. How much are full lessons, and how can I join them? Just get my email, and we'll help you out. The entry level is, I think, $25. Maybe it's less, but they could get really expensive. The most expensive is $170 a month. You don't need that. You don't need that. So basically $25 all the way up to $170 a month. So they can get expensive, but you don't need that. Only The only time you need the expensive one is for a specific reason, but you can bring that question next time too. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I got to go. I'm starving. I need to eat some Idaho potatoes and Wisconsin cheddar cheese. And that'll be it. But I'll be back Friday. Will I be back tomorrow? Let me look at my schedule. Will I be back tomorrow? No. Meaning I will be back on Saturday. I'll be back on Saturday around this time, around this time. So I hope that you can join me. Don't worry, I'll be doing a lot more live streams. I'll be doing a lot more live streams. So if I didn't answer your question, just try to remember it and bring it the next time you see me. Thank you so much, guys. I hope that you have a fantastic Thursday. Shane, you rock. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And uh, you guys do too. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day or evening or afternoon, whatever it is. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye. See ya.